my name is Alvarez. I'm a professor with the Department of Biomedical Engineering, and I'm the director of the Biomedical Undergraduate Program, as well as director of the Vision and Neural Engineering Laboratory. While most of us completely take it for granted, it's our visual system that gives our brain over 75% of our input information. We're studying convergence insufficiency, which is present in 12 to 24 million people in the US alone. After concussion, 1 out of 2 children have convergence insufficiency. And this will have a negative impact on how people read, use computers, or work on smartphones or tablets. Now, the good news is it is a very treatable condition. And if you do vision therapy, your symptoms can be remediated for at least a year after therapy, which Dr. Scheinman, my primary clinical collaborator, and his colleagues have shown. The challenge is these therapies have not evolved much since the 70s. And while they're very good, they're incredibly boring. We hope to address that by creating virtual reality games that are going to be done correctly because of the equipment, and they'll be fun so people want to do them. Only recently have we had the technology to really be able to do this in a meaningful way that's cost effective. If you want to go into that area, you need to do it with people who really know what they're doing. And I'm working with Eric Nersessian, who's the lead gaming designer, and Jessica Ross, who's the leading artist. And collectively, with biomedical engineers, specifically Chang Yaramoto and John Vito D'Antonio Bertinoli, we are collectively coming up with a game that is fun while still being therapeutic, and the methods are rooted in science and clinical research. In terms of the major milestones of my career, I was able to build a one-of-a-kind instrument that studies eye movements and accommodation simultaneously and dynamically in a system that has no moving parts. Moving forward, we're now taking that one-of-a-kind instrument and replicating it in many of the children's hospitals across the US. Through my NSF grants and working with a lot of students, both undergraduate and graduate, we have taken an instrument that takes up about half of a room, translating that onto something that could be run off of a laptop and a head-mounted display. One of the purposes of my lab is to use sophisticated instrumentation, which includes brain scanning, so we can really understand the basic science of what's going on in the brain. In addition, we're also looking towards products such as virtual reality headsets with a portable laptop that's going to look at specific types of eye movements that will be able to assess problems. And we'll look at only the eye movements in a portable space, such as an athletic field or a battlefield, but those measurements will be grounded in science that uses much more expensive brain imaging technology. One of the key benefits of virtual reality is we can now start getting into personalized medicine in terms of therapy. This technology is going to be able to break us of that one-size-fits-all mentality. What we're hoping to do long-term is to use the eye tracking to assess what that person's visual system is and create a therapy that's designed for that person. While I've accumulated a wealth of scientific knowledge, and that's very important in terms of our growth as a society, if you really want to make an impact, you've got to learn how to translate that science out of the journal papers and out of the lab into society and make your knowledge something that's going to have an impact. If you really, really work hard and have a passion for what you love, as long as you are persistent and you don't listen to negative thoughts, you can make your dreams and your passions come true. And not because I say so, but because I'm doing it.